feel very at home here in this kind of environment tonight. Good. Now tell us a little bit about the guitar, because this is one that you custom.
Basic rundown of equipment. You know, I mean, the heart and soul of my gear is this guitar and the amp back there, which is a PV 5150 head, and the Music Van guitar, which I guess we've been selling for about 4 or 5 years, something like that. And wow, it's nothing. There's no special tricks to it or anything. It's just really a good piece of wood, and the neck is computerized copy of an old favorite neck of mine. So when you pick it up in a store, it feels like it's been played. You know what I mean? It's not. It doesn't have that brand new kind of alien feeling. And basically, the thing I was looking for, we only make like about 2,000 a year, which isn't very many at all. Most companies crank out about 25,000 a month. So the quality is really cool. I remember the last tour, I was hanging with the guys from Black Sabbath, Tony Iommi. They asked me to come jam with them, and my equipment had already left for London. So I said, hey, I got no equipment. Is there a music store around? So I went to a local store and borrowed one of my guitars that was for sale, and it was identical to mine, which is great to know. You know.
That's great. Yes, they're very.
And effects-wise, well, if you want to see it, I use actually cabinet-wise, I use a dry cabinet in the middle, which is basically foolproof. So if my effects blow up, I won't lose anything. And I got 2 outside cabinets which have the effects going through them. And it looks like a lot of stuff, but it's actually really simple. I use a harmonizer, and an echo for each side, which I have set differently. And the rest is cordless units and backup echo units. A noise gate, because when you turn everything all the way up, you tend to get an unbearable hiss.
Right, so you have to...
and that's a power amp down there for the effects cabinets. And that's basically, and I use some real goofy old MXR push pedal stuff, which you can't even buy anymore. But actually, I use those more than the rack stuff. You know.
So there's guitarists out there amongst you. I hope that made sense to you. It's very interesting.
Most of it is right here.
It is, of course. I mean, when you did the album, did you do a lot? Did you spend a lot of time getting guitar sounds in the studio, or is it simple?
See, in the studio, I don't use all this stuff. I just use one cabinet with one head and a guitar, and that's it. And we add the effects later while you mix. Yeah.
And how many guitars might you use on a tour or take with you out on tour, like a big tour like the Bon Jovi tour coming up?
I'll take probably 4 or 5, but if I'm lucky and it's a good evening, I'll only need one. You know, because really I prefer to play my main guitar. You know, I mean, it's really weird because